Right, on air and recording. Welcome to it, guys. Chronicles of Motion with with myself, Steve Saunders and JP Nortje. I'm going to start with a little intro before I start chatting to JP. Every great event starts with a spark, an idea, a moment, a dream. In this episode, and it's the second in our series, we've had our introduction to JP. We're now going to have our introduction to the origins of Ride Joburg. In how did a local race in 1997 grow into the second largest timed cycling event in the planet. JP takes us beyond the scenes of its defining moments, the bold decisions, and the challenges along the way. JP, welcome to it. How's things going?
Yeah, once again, it's a week later, and here we are. It's Monday. Monday, lovely. Mission, we are still going for that biggest town cycle event in the world. So that's our goal here. So mission statements put on the clock there. But it's
Love
going
it.
well. Thank
Love
you for asking. And yourself?
it. Yes. Yeah, all right. Another day, another adventure. For me, every day is Monday. They're all the same day. There isn't a difference between a Saturday and a Thursday. In fact, every day is Thursday. That's what it feels like. It's been a long week. It's not quite the weekend, but at the same stage, I'm not working that hard. So
Yeah,
it balances out.
you and
Um,
me both. You and me both.
yeah.
We also work on weekends, eh? Our deadlines are on weekends.
So I saw you were out doing another one of the Train Joburg events on the weekend, this time out in the Cradle of Mankind, I saw.
Yeah, it was such a success this weekend there out in the grid at Circle at Byron. We had about 45 odd women out there, and then there was about another 20 odd men helping us formulate these groups. So it was just a successful morning out on the road. I think the most positive thing about the Saturday was obviously the weather. So it was nice and hot. That whole cradle just blows my mind how many people out there cycling. It is just amazing to see so many people cycling. And there was like two other or three other races happening at the same time. So cycling is definitely there. There's definitely something in cycling. It's not like everyone's moving away from cycling and trying to do like
Yeah, they
woordtrekkers.
enjoy
Yeah.
it. Yeah, they do enjoy it. But give us a quick one before I go into the questions about this episode. The Train Joburg logic is there to help people who are new to the environment, want a little bit of help, want to feel a little bit more comfortable with the idea of doing a Ride Joburg event. You have the Train Joburg series of events, and you're doing them all over the place. You're giving people opportunity to almost meet the team because they get to meet you. They get to meet the race director, the guy in charge of the training, a lot of the logistics, the support guys. You got motorbike marshals, you got medics on all sorts of things going on to support the guys as well. But give us a little bit of rundown on what this Train Joburg thing's all about.
Yes, see, there's lots to it, Steve. There's if we can quickly break it down in two elements. So one element is uh, our staff with the safety vehicles, and we're offering this platform for you to train to become fitter and healthier and be ready for race day. So the left side is we've got great support from SARSA, ThinkBike, Netcare 911, and as well as all the FACES staff. But it also gets to connect and formalize a team so they would understand how routes would work, how the radios will formulate on race day. And every time there's a different race, let's call it leader in their world. So everyone's
Okay.
getting a chance to become a leader for event day. Because you're only successful with the team that you have. So people learn to become communicative. They also are a great community, and also learning to become confident in what they do. Because on race day, you are hit with so many problems. Even like I said the previous time, is plan for the worst and hope for the best. I'll
Yeah.
stick with that. And then, yeah, it's just on the other side, we've got this lovely platform that people need to embrace as much as possible. And embracing that is come to all these training rides. Is we've got really great riders riding with us, and it's just a free space for you just to lay out your day. You've got the opportunity to actually ride with other like-minded people. And also is ride in a bunch. Where do you actually ride in a bunch? There was one guy coming out. He said that he's never ridden in a bunch, and this was his first time he was able to ride in a bunch, and now he's feeling more comfortable. And that's what we want to multiply. And by multiplying that is doing this Train Joburg. We also added in a new addition to this year is the Zwift sessions every Wednesday morning. There's a
online.
Zwift online. So really, we're here to change the world one person at a time. And this is a great platform just to experience and express your emotions. And yeah, you might have a really crappy day, and we are all there to help you over the line.
And part of that is, and this is part of the culture that's built up over the last couple of years. You have the angels type guys. I say the angels because over time they've been labeled in different ways. But there's this group of people who are just all about helping others, and they step up to the plate quite often as volunteers to help at each of these rides. I know this last one was there was a big focus on the ladies, but just a little bit of a mention of those people that are out there assisting, helping. They're not necessarily part of the formal structure, but they're there as these people who make the event, make the gears, make the contact, help with a bit of coaching, advice, and things like that.
Yeah, to be honest, I can't do that without them. They the heart of let's call it the smaller details. And like you always say, the devil is in the detail. So um, they are an amazing group of people. Just to explain to you more how this has been formulated is on race day, last 4 batches, 10 people get sent off, and at the last batches, and they en route cheering you, motivating you. If you've got a puncture, helping you. So their average day time spent there is about between 6.5 hours to 9 hours, depends on. Um, and they
How
just
much
out
work
there
they do.
living the life. They just loving it. Yeah, and I've used that and I sort of counter it to all our Train Joburgs because it's also just a nice connection with the people. And on race day, we always say is if you do see an angel, then you are sort of in the Mulligate. But um, that's what
Yeah,
they're
but you
there
also
for
know
is
you're
to,
saved. You also know you're
yeah,
saved because they're going to
you
look
also
after you.
know
They're
you're
going to
saved.
motivate you.
Yeah. So there's actually this one picture. Next time I'll share it with you. But it's like these 4 angels pushing each other, and then the last person that is being pushed is a cyclist, and it's like 4 angels pushing the
Yeah, it's
cyclist with
beautiful.
one, and that's just the camaraderie. And that's not something like attitude you can't buy. It's physically
No,
impossible.
they're gold. They're absolutely
Mm.
gold. Like I'm
Yeah.
thinking now, there's Mark, there's Annika,
There's,
there's
there's
Timothy.
Craig,
Um,
there's Tim.
Craig. Yes, I
Yeah.
know they're absolutely amazing, all of them. Anyway, the reason why we're here, JP, I've got a couple of questions for you, and I see you got them printed out as well because I like to push hard questions at you.
Those are the
Let's
hard
start with number
questions.
one. Yeah, that's why I put his reading glasses on. Take us back to the origins of Ride Joburg. How did it all begin? How
1997.
old were you, by the way, in 1997?
Well, I'm an 86 baby. 86, that's 11 years old. Yeah,
11 years
that is
old in the
fun.
first. Yeah.
Yeah, so big ups for everyone that was involved back then. But yeah, my version of it is 94.7, now known as 947. They started this race as a community building with the team with the cycling club, Midrand Cycling Club, and all of a sudden there was like 4,500 people. Then they actually saw there is this massive drive for people to get actually out on the bikes and making Joburg such an amazing place to cycle. Yeah, that just developed and it just gone through the years from 1999. There was a kids racing debuts. There was the city of Joburg also became more of an attraction point. Yeah, that's what I can remember at 11 years old.
No, it's you look at it, the Tanya Harford machine that started the event up, the 94.7, as you call them, 947. It became all the different partners over time, Telkom and Momentum and Virgin
It was
Active
a
and
cycle challenge, yes.
Cycle Challenge back in the day, and it became Ride Joburg, and suitably so. I mean, Cycle Challenge, nice labeling, different brand feel. Ride Joburg gave it, yeah, the city of Joburg, a major partner to the event, and it is about riding Joburg and having the freedom of closed roads on an event like that. And talking about that, my next question: what made Johannesburg the perfect host city for an event like this?
Well, if you look at Joburg as itself, it's such a dark place for everyone to look at. And if I say dark, it's not like it's a crappy place to be in, but we just want it to be like this electrifying. That's where I'm getting to. It's such an electrifying place that you don't really see it. And it's like, go to the CBD now. Would you be able to go to the CBD now? No, you won't. But on your bike, fully road closed. Johannesburg is full into it. Um, and I think that's what we want to create out there. Is just, it is not that bad. I mean, if you look at Sandton at the moment, Parkhurst, yeah, you cycle through all those leafy suburbs. It's just amazing. With our
Yes,
new date, 26th of October, what's that one thing that you're going to always remember? It's all the jacarandas. Where in the world would you have cycled in a leafy suburbs, and it's close packed, and you go through all those Jan Smuts routes, and you just see these purple trees all along. Yeah, I'm actually jealous about the people cycling. But yeah,
it is
major
really
major
special.
role. Johannesburg City is like I say, we all like to go party, but come and party on your bike, and that's why we have the charities being involved. We have the vibe zones involved. We have great water points where we just pump the music, and we literally want to lift up the spirit, because yeah, sticking in your house, it's quite boring.
Yeah, it is quite boring. And doing the cradle every single time, it's
Yeah,
also very boring. When you've got full road closure and get to ride roads that you wouldn't normally, you get to ride down the freeways.
exactly.
The cyclists rule the day when it happens. And it is a special experience. I mean, you get to do like Grand Prix circuits and all sorts of things. It's crazy what's happened over the years that's been able to be a part of an event like this because of the partnership of, say, City of Joburg as a municipal entity, all the sponsors involved, all the brands involved, all the people realizing the amount of gears and energy that's in there as well. So,
No,
next question,
absolutely.
JP. The inaugural event back in 1997 when you were 11 years old, what has been the most defining moments in its history, do you think?
Well, there should be many, but um, one of the things that I do see that was a great success over the years is basically getting people out on the bikes, is challenging like-minded people to get out on the route or on the bike. Then there was new things out or being developed throughout the year, was the kiddies race, also Right for a Purpose. That was also such a great initiative that was started. And how it works is we get all the charities out. We challenge all the charities to what's a fonds aansamelen? But I forgot a
Fundraising,
fonds
yeah.
and fundraising.
Fundraising.
Daar kom my,
Oh, there you
yeah, it's
go.
like my Afrikaans het nog, my English het just ran out.
Jy kan in Afrikaans praat, ek kan nie.
No, it's fine. It's good for me. But yeah, yeah, and then things like we've got all these amazing pros that came and racing right across the world. I mean, from professional Daryl Impies and Louis Mankis to Ashley and Kim Lacourt, and those are just amazing people to have in Joburg. And you, as the average day cyclist, can just be part of that whole structure and challenge
Mm.
yourself, and also meet, like you gauge yourself on what strength they have and what you need to still put in. And the major other things are also having a radio partner like 947, using this as a platform to create a huge audience for all of us.
Yep. No, it's amazing. You talk about that's those pros that have been involved, and I've got an anecdote story type experience I went through with it. I've been involved as a finish line, start line MC at that event now. I think this will be my 22nd year. So it's a long time I've been involved in watching this event grow from the inside, but also experiencing it from the outside. I got to do a few of the rides right in the beginning. I never got to experience the ride experience in the last 22 years. I haven't, but I've seen the
Amazing.
effect on those people by being on the outside and cheering them on. But one of the things I do get to do is the Twitter ride, they used to call it, and then now you've changed it across and you've made it that
Soweto coffee ride.
The Soweto coffee ride. It's awesome, and it's a community and connection opportunity in a similar vein to what you're doing with the Train Joburg events. And one of these Twitter rides in the past, I remember riding back from, it was out Kyalami way at that stage, and I had to ride back to Four Ways. And it was myself on a mountain bike and 3 roadies. It was Geraint Thomas,
Amazing.
Chris Fruit, and Robbie Hunter.
Amazing.
And to have, like, be riding amongst those guys, and I'm just riding with them, talking to them. And at one point, someone rode up next to us, and he took this double look at the 2 guys at the front, and he went, "Yeah, they look familiar." And I said, "Do you not know who they are?" And he said, "No, who is it?" So I said, "Well, it's Robbie Hunter and Chris Froome." And he goes, "What? No ways. Like there." It's like, and that opportunity exists because cyclists are, they like, it's not a sport where the pros are separated from everyone. And then your Soweto coffee ride over the last couple of years has been exceptional. I mean, what an opportunity for about an hour and a half. You're cruising along with full support from Metro, from the SARSA guys, all the security staff and everyone else as ride leaders. And you get to ride along next to the top pros and talk to them and interact with them. It really has been a phenomenal way to connect the dots between the what would you call them? The hierarchy of cycling to the newbies of the cycling world. It's been an incredible thing. So we're still gonna, just by the way, we're gonna have the Soweto coffee ride still happening, hey?
That's absolutely true.
And that's going to be
on the 25th of October, and 26th is the race day.
And process for people to join in on that?
Best is to go onto our website at ridejoburg.co.za and then go to Train Joburg and just sign up. It's a free process, and you must just follow the link, and we'll basically send you a WhatsApp confirmation the day before to say, hey, remember your date, remember these little nice little details. Meet us at the start and finish of race day, and we'll basically take you out on into Soweto, stop at Velakase Street, and then just that's basically where Nelson Mandela grew up, and now it's a museum. Just see how good and what a place it is, and then we just cycle back to the finish line at Ride Joburg at FNB Stadium.
Yeah, looking forward to it. So I think you've answered this next question I had on my list here. I said, from your perspective, what changes have had the biggest positive impact? I think we've gone through most of that. Eh?
Yeah, we have. You're absolutely right. But one thing that is sticking to me at this particular moment is yes, we have this charity component that we drive as much as possible. But Ride Joburg and our media team, you obviously know about this free entry drive that we are doing. And it's really something for me that's amazing to see how many people took it up, and also what impact it could have. And hopefully we're really investing in other people as much as possible. So we've got these 1,000 free tickets that we're giving out, and you have to earn less than 10,000 Rand per month, and then you qualify for a free entry. So queries that we've got is things like, hey, my car guard needs he doesn't have money, but can you enter for this? And I'm like, yeah, here's the link. So now we're getting car guards out. We even there was a lot of focus in Soweto as itself as the commuters. Now you have all the commuters coming to race day. They'll have their separate badge. It's not going to be let's call it mingled with the racing cats, and they'll go off because we want as many people on the bike, and it's a joyful day if you think of it. But also, how do you feel when you actually, exactly. How do you feel when you cross the finish line? Yes, it was tough, but I made it. And now all of a sudden, a commuter has the opportunity to come over the finish line, have a Pepsi in his hand, have a medal, feel accomplished, and now you invest in their future because they're going to tell other people. And it's like it's brand new to us, so we're really looking forward to see how this journey unfolds.
Yeah, no, you've done a lot of things over the years. When you start talking about it, I said it before we started this, it was going to be about 15, 20 minutes worth of talk time. We're on 20 minutes already.
Exactly. Yeah.
It did, and the first one we knew was going to be a little bit longer, and I said to you 40 minutes, and you went, "Oh, on those questions, it's going to be quick, man." And no, there's actually so much to talk about. There's so much information about what goes on, and you experience that every day and trying to manage all the logistics around everything. But there's so much good that comes out of an event like this. I'm a big advocate of what sport does for society. Sport overall is an incredible factor for people's health, for sense of community, sense of belonging, sense of purpose. All of these things come together within sport, and then within cycling as well. The most amazing machine ever designed is a bicycle. My car went in for a service today. I hopped on my bicycle. I rode from there to Stain City. I had to go and do a training session for a guy there. Then I rode through home, did a little podcast. Then I rode to meet a friend to have a coffee, and then I rode back here and carry on with the next podcast. My bicycle, like, I didn't need anything else. It took me everywhere. Fresh air, healthy feeling, exercise, efficient, cost efficient, everything. It's amazing. So, yeah. Okay, last question for you, JP, and then I'll let you get back to all that work you got to get on with. What makes Ride Joburg unique compared to other mass participation rides globally? Globally.
Well, we timed, number one. We use full road closures.
Yeah.
There is an opportunity for you to go on the Grand Prix circuit that no one's got. And it's like on the same, which is Kailami Grand Prix. And the leafy suburbs is been amazing to cycle through. And great water points, globally. But and full road closure. That's one.
I'm going to add a little bit in there and say that if you go and do an event overseas, we have high standards for our events in South Africa. They are
correct,
absolutely world class, and then your event stands up head and shoulders above everyone else. And they are unique experiences. These are things that you don't get to do every day. To have a freeway closed down for you to race on is insane. To have full support of Johannesburg Metro for every single intersection is incredible. To own those roads is incredible. To have so many water points out there fully stocked with people vibing it and music and cheering and everything is incredible. All these factors going on.
Exactly, like 15,000 liters.
It's insane. And all of this is for people to get out there and ride their bikes. It is absolutely insane. And then you're building in things like a bit of history, a bit of the uniqueness of South Africa, talking Nelson Mandela and Soweto and the Calabash and the leafy suburbs, the jacarandas, the picture moments, the hard work, the connecting with your fellow South Africans. All of these factors come together in this event. In the rest of the world, if you're going to enter an event, you're going to struggle to find an event. In fact, you're not going to find an event like this. I think the two events in the world that do this are in South Africa.
Yeah, and for me, it's always leaving the place better than you get it.
Yeah.
That weeks, that months before the race, everyone is just so involved. and fixing potholes, making sure everything is ready, cutting. And yeah, it's just, again, we're giving back to the residents and to say to them, listen, enjoy. This is for you now. So it's like just completing that whole full circuit. One thing you mentioned earlier was about what it feels like going on your bike. You would think myself, I'm probably so sick and tired of cycling because all the events I do in cycling, but I cannot tell you, it's the only place where I get freedom at the moment is actually on my bike. And it's so funny, like last week, Sunday, I was out on the bike and there's one of my friends like, hey, are you cycling alone? I was like, yeah, I'm completely by myself and I want to be by myself. And I said to him, actually, the fact is, it's like a woman lying in a bed, in a bath with bubble bath and drinking, sipping on a wine and just detaching from the world. And that's how I felt on the bike. So cycling has a different language to everyone. And we need to acknowledge that. And this is a platform where Ride Joburg gives everyone is cycling has a language for everyone. My language is different to your language. And Daryl Impey's, I'm just giving him as an example, it's a completely different language to what was like 5 years ago, 2 years ago. And like Kim LaCourt is the hot topic at the moment. So, um, so yeah, it's like just, it's amazing if you can just tap into that and give that opportunity and a platform for them to race and cycle.
Absolutely. Well, JP, that's another episode done. We got lots more to go through. I'm going to do my little outro. From humble beginnings to a world-class race. Ride Joburg's story is still being written. In our next episode, we'll put you right in the saddle on race day, exploring the route, the atmosphere, and what it feels like to ride through the beating heart of Joburg. So stay tuned for that one. JP, thank you very much for your time. Again, good luck with the rest of all those tasks you got to deal with. For those who are interested, just like you said earlier, go to the Ride Joburg website. You're going to find all the information there. There's also the social media pages where they link and keep people up to date on everything. And if you can, sign up to those Train Joburg events. They are absolutely incredible. They are brilliant. You're going to see just how cool this crew of people is. Big thank you, JP. I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
Cheers.